Yes guys, welcome back. We're going to do some nice quick easy stuffs, he says. Basically, the situation is, that whole car turning left, it never fixed itself. It did for a very short period of time, and then it's come back. I'm pretty sure we're going to jack this thing up in a minute. We've got the old two posters. And I think it's going to be stuck again. So we're just going to throw the whole kitchen sink at it. We've got a whole new brake set. Front and back calipers, we've got disc pads, uprated brake fluid, and sneaking around here, sneaky, hydro handbrake. So we're trying not to do too much talking. We're just going to do all of the brake ting. You see my breakfast. If you wanted to know, it was a bacon and egg baguette. Well guys, full disclosure, it's actually 3 days later. The job's basically done. We're nearly at a finish. I'm going to quickly show you around a couple bits I've done. I noticed what I was going to do is show you something I've showed you before, hella boring, right? So I just did it, and I'm going to show you what I've done instead. So what we have gone and done is roughly with a brush painted the new calipers on the front yellow, motor parts or motor factors in themselves. As everybody knows, sometimes they get it wrong and they don't send the right thing. So we've done the front brakes completely, and the back ones we have just used what we have. There was nothing wrong with them anyway, and just painted them up. So what we have done is we've used braided lines on a hydro system. The hydro system comes, well, the braided line, sorry, comes up through the gear selector, look, the old gear stick, and runs all the way up to the front using all of this runway. Look, basically it's got one cable tie needing that, and now this is all held up underneath. And then a braided line goes to the back rear block system right here, which then splits off and goes into both rear brakes. Up here is the front lock. This is the front block. I'm hoping that I've tapped into the right place. We shall find out when we do the bleed. Can I get a finger on that? I can't get a finger on it. There you go. This guy right here, look, that's the other side of the braided line, runs all the way to the inside of the vehicle. And I've already done it, look, already done. I've done it nice and tidy. Basically these two, this is the front, back goes to the front, and the front goes to the back. I don't want to bore you guys with fitting hydro. I looked on YouTube and there's 100,000 people who have done fitting hydro. So there's a hydro. There's a hydro with a custom bracket, look, and braided lines. I will say though, buy braided lines if you want to do it. It just, you unscrew, screw, done. No special tools needed, no nothing. Also, another thing, I've done this, look. See, I've cut two nice little notches in the side of here, cut a tiny little notch out, okay? The guy I bought this off of had done it to his previously. Don't be a bloody ape. Don't do this. Take a teeny bit of time and do that. Now Thomas over here is going to teach me how to use a special brake bleeding system. I'm not gonna bore you with that either, because hopefully after Thomas has taught me how to use the old brake bleeding system, they work, and we have a hydro, and we'll show you that. The sun's come out. Hey. She's done, guys. We got story times. We have all of the story times. For now, Japanese food, Japanese car. I want to look at it and eat, and try not to yeet a hammer through the windscreen. Right, story time. All of the bright lights. Oh, the sun came out. Right, so, story time. First things first, we're going to address the elephant in the room. You do not want to tap from here, like I said before. You want to tap from the back one down here. There's an arrow pointing down on the side of it. See that? One says F for front, one says down for down. But yes, do not do the front one, it's the back one. Also, this has taken us an extra 2 days on top because, right, basically me and Tom whapped it all together, did a thing and bled the brakes, and then every single time the hydro, when you pulled the hydro, it would slowly come down like this. I check all the forums, like, how do you bleed a hydro? What specialties are we missing? Like, how do we do such thing? And everyone was like, you just bleed it basically normal, apart from like the brake, handbrake, all that sort of stuff. So I was like, huh? What? Like, this is days. So what I did was, luckily, you know, the famous Nicholas, he has a brand new hydro, had a brand new hydro. They didn't even fit it yet. So I was like, let me borrow him real quick. Let me borrow him real quick, and then we'll see if I fit in, if it's the hydro. Immediately worked. Didn't even need to bleed it really, and they like worked in comparison to like sinking. So, knackered hydro. So what we've gone and done is we took Nicholas's. I exchanged his handle for the black handle. Put it on his new one. I've bought him a replacement, so I didn't have to wait basically. And now we have a skirt. How cool is that? We actually have a hydro that works. I have been out and tested it. It does work. Other POLAVAs involve brake fluid all over the car. I would advise you to do exactly what I've done. Don't worry about scratching the car. Get it off the paint immediately. Other than the bad hydro, setting us back all of the days, we have learned exactly how to do a thing. I've done it all nice and tidy, look. We have the braided lines running up underneath, all bolted in nice and tidy. For anybody fitting a hydro to their car, a couple of things I would advise. I would advise buying a brand spanking new hydro, be it a cheap Chinese one, that's all that is. Buy a brand new one, saves the whole leaking piston situation that I went through. You could get second-hand braided lines, but use braided lines. Again, super simple. It goes to one end, to the middle, to the other end. Bolted up, job done. It can go down through the boot near the gear stick. Super tidy, super easy. And get a nice little bracket that you can buy already made up on eBay. May have taken me many days due to trying to bleed brakes when, you know, one of them situations when you know how to do something, but you doubt what you're doing only because you've never done that exact routine before, be it hydro. We just bleeding the brakes, like, and it bled up straight away as soon as it worked. So yeah, don't overthink it too much. Just bleed the brake, then the hydro a couple of times, brake, then the hydro, then just do the brake like normal. Job done. So it's fucking days later. Like I'm talking like at least 3 weeks, I think, since I last recorded. But a situation has arose. We're on a GoPro to start with. I want to show you this. So this is the old hydro. It worked. It really did work, but like 7 out of 10 times. And I was told it was due to being a 0.7. So the scenario is we've got another one. Different guy with a different cylinder. 0.625 instead of a 0.7, and apparently this guy will be much more reliable on the old skirt. So we can actually do a test. Also, this weekend is going to be PCAP. Time flies. I have no clue where that time's gone. But we're at least going to have a hydro. I've done the plugs on it yesterday, sorted it out, and she's basically going to be ready. Going to have the JDM wheels back on it, but hydro, finally going to be done. But yeah, that hydro, it did work. The plate work, everything was full fine, just not completely reliable. And I don't want to just go full send in and the handbrake not work. You know what it's like. So bada bing, bada boom. This one's out. Well, sorry, this one's in even. That's the new one. Actually feels quite nice too. And that's the old one. Nick's having that one. I think I said that earlier. But now it's time to reassemble, and I might just try and give the brakes a little, like a couple bleed. It might actually be fine because I kind of bench bled it. I filled this side, pulled it all the way closed, and then it drains in. I kept filling it and filling it, and I didn't lose too much. So yeah, I might not need to rebleed, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it just because I don't want to drive off the road, put the car back up in a ramp. You're just gonna bleed it. There she is, guys, all done and dusted. Look, hydro fitted, she's had a service and she's ready to be sent. Also, we do have everything for Terpsky, so I know you've been saying it a lot. Another thing, couple things actually, not just another thing. Thing number one, can't tell you what it is, but we bought a car. We bought another car. Don't know if it's going to be a keeper. I'll show you what it is. You'll probably like it or you'll hate it, but hey. And the second thing, we won the championship. We fucking won. We literally did. Overall, in the old PCATs for last year, I'll do a thing here. I couldn't do any filming at the award ceremony, but invited to the award ceremony, and we got trophies. I put the trophies up. We got 2 trophies. One of them was best newcomer, and the other one was first place in PCAT. Hey, so we're doing a thing. We bought Rosie and we're succeeding. She did exactly what we wanted her to do. Take a little bit of credit, just a little bit of wheelman credit. The rest of it's got to be that thing, because it's done every PCAT almost faultlessly, right? Power steering issues is about it. Well, guys, she's ready for PCAT. I love it on the Japanese wheels. Tell me, what do you think? The Japanese wheels or the factory MX-5 ones, the British ones? As for the hydro, don't know if it works better than the other one. All you need to know is the other one rarely worked, and PCAT is not tomorrow, the day after. So the video you see after this should be out within a week of this one. Yeah, so next weekend. We'll see it working. You should see it working then. Look at her. Burn rubber, not your soul.